Unlike last week, of course, we had to move from the intended turf track meeting to a poly meeting. Still got some decentish results, but today it seems like the weather has played ball in the last 7 days. It is good to soft. Pen reading is around 26, and we retain our status on the turf track with our feature race being a race number 7. And of course, that is a long standing feature. And of course, don't forget that it's jackpot carryover weekend starting today, 100,000 on to race 4. And we hope to have 500,000 by the time race 4 gets underway. But to help us through that jackpot and before that, the bipod, the PA, and the Pick Six is a man in good form. It is Nino Podesta. Unfortunately, your Gimmy's Lassie, or Laddie, is it? Let us down, but otherwise you have been in pretty good form. Let's hope it continues. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Cecil. Thank you very much. And the first race is the first leg of the bike pot. And because of the first timer rule, we're going to bank a supreme judge, because all he has to do is just beat the other first race runner home. And we don't want to risk halving our perm, even though Zambezi Sunset, I know, is strongly fancied for the win. But we're going to bank a supreme judge. All he has to do is just beat the other race runner.
But it looks like he's on Fairview better, but we will bank at the 2, as Nino said. And of course, the 3 is odds-on favourite at around 8 to 10 on Betway. That is Supreme Zambezi Sunset in the colours of Mr. PJ Moore. Off time to race number 1, 12:25. Still with Mr. Podesta, we're now getting into what should be a big paying PA this afternoon. I just feel it, looking at the size of fields and some very, very traffic contests. We've got a very, very interesting payout to look forward to. But we've got the banker, 6 a golden grey. That is in the colours of Robert Bloomberg with partners, and should be winning very, very soon, if not this afternoon, as had 2 runs in the province. 1 on the poly and 1 on the turf, and both ending up in the second box, narrowly beaten. Nino, I see it was your banker in the bipod, bank in the PA, obviously.
Yes, obviously. I'm expecting this horse to win. He'll appreciate being back on the turf over the 1600. If he doesn't win, I'm sure he'll run in the first 3. So a confident PA banker. I can only see Garden Sun, who's 2.5 kilos better off on the last run behind Overshining as the nearest danger. But Golden Grey banker in the PA.
Right, so as was the case with the bipod, we start off with a couple of bankers. It was 3 bankers in the bipod. Now it's 2 bankers at the top and 2 bankers at the bottom. 6 by 2, and then the 2 bankers. Obviously, we've got Golden Palm in race number 7, that is leg 6, and you've got the 4 in race 8, and that is a Coastal Path from the Adam Krief stable. Well, overnight, the favourite was number 1 at Twilight Bay in race 3, the first leg of the Pick Six. We're on the turf this afternoon. If you're just joining us, you're most welcome as we do our preview for Fairview, Quebec this afternoon, starting at 12:25 with the first of 3. We're on to that third race, first leg of the Pick Six. The 1 Twilight Bay, that is a 22 to 10. And thereafter, you're looking at, in fact, a Winter Gamble. That is the Candice Bass Robinson runner, is at 12 to 10. And then the local horse, number 1 Twilight Bay. Nino, are you going to go wide or are you going to go quite narrow race 3?
Now, I'm going to bank a number 2, Winter Gamble, Cecil. The Cape Raider from the Candice Bass Robinson yard. 1600 is what she's looking for on bleeding, and she's going to take a power of beating. So a confident selection for me, probably Twilight Bay could be the danger, along with number 4, Just For You. But I'm strong with number 2, Winter Gamble.
Right, so banker at the top, that is number 2, that is Winter Gamble. And then in race number 7, I'll feature the Lady Slipper. Number 4, Golden Palm, recent Joburg nursery winner, the Grade 2 winner, is your banker. First run since last seen in Joburg. The outlay is 630 Rand. Right, it is, as I mentioned at the top of the show, a jackpot carryover weekend. We have a jackpot 1 as the start of that carryover jackpot, and that is race 4, which is off at 10 past 2, our first handicap of the afternoon. 100,000 Rand carried over into that first jackpot, and we're expecting a net pool of 500,000 come at 10 past 2 now. As far as race number 4 is concerned, Walk on the Wild Side looks to make it a 3 on the bounce and 4 overall from a lightly raced career of just 6 outings. You've got the likes of the 1 Makachev, the 3 Dine Alley, and the 10 of Valeria Mambo just amongst a short list of runners that could have a say. But the form of Walk on the Wild Side does make good reading. Is that your first choice, Mr. Podesta?
Yes, Cecil, I've made no secret that it's one of my favorite fillies running in PE. This filly's got gears, eh? She's got a devastating finish. The draw doesn't bother me at all. The 1600, I believe, is even better. She'll be even better over the 1600. The slight concern has to be that she's taking on males, older males. So, but definitely my first choice. I really think this is a good horse. She's going to win plenty. And I've backed her up with Green Mandarin that brings some good form, Cape form, and Dinah Alley that ran against much stronger last time. So that's the three that I've gone for. And in the jackpot, if people want to go wider, I think you're going to have to need quite a few more if you don't. If you're not in the camp of 5.
Thank you so much. It is 3, 4, 5. In that first leg, it is the three-legged jackpot in an ideal world, with Golden Palm being the anchor at the back. That is race number 7. So five-legged pick 6, a three-legged jackpot 1, and maybe three-legged jackpot 2. As per normal, 2 jackpots on a local card, except for the second jackpot, there is no carryover. It is race number 5. This is Ameritrader 68, another one of those trappy races, but there is one runner I think we need to put in that notebook. Once acclimatized, maybe even today, may just bring some of its best Joburg form on a debut. That is George Handel, ex-Stefani Bronkhorst, now with the Zisman Oosthuizen in stable. So that is a race number 5. Recent maiden winner number 1, Mr. Fox, is a favorite at 28 to 10, and number 3, that is Home Reef, is at 5 to 1. It is 7 to 1 and better, according to our odds, and 7 to 1 being George Handel, according to Betway. Right, Mr. Podesta, Trappy contest, the 9-3 Cheers is the winner from that form line, which is quite prominent. Nothing else matters in race number 5.
Yeah, very trappy race. I've actually left 3 Cheers out of my jackpot. I kind of like number Jordan from the Joburg. I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10 in the jackpot. I find this a trappy race, and maybe they could add Cheers.
Okay, 3 Cheers. Just to name just one, the likes of Global Reef could also come through. But 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10 for that first leg of the jackpot. The outlay is 210 Rand. Golden Palm, leg 3 is your banker. That's number 4 in the feature. Right, we get into our last pick 3, and that starts with race number 6. And we've got what is looking to be a course and distance favorite and specialist, rather. And that is the 3 Anchorman, since Gelding has run has won and has also run a third, and that's over today's course and distance, 1,400 meters. That is Mr. Jurgen van Heerden. The trainer, Gareth Wright, is in the saddle and has the draw 12, which may just be a bit of a hindrance. Only scratching so far is number 7, Lady Luck, on the card, and that is it. Now, Nino, I leave it to you to take away. It is another trappy-looking contest if you look beyond the likes of the 3 Anchorman, or maybe you see it differently.
No, I don't. I actually make this a trappy race. Anchorman did win over course and distance when he beat Senatanga, who came out to frank the form. Then he ran a cracker behind Iguguletu, also over course and distance. But he jumps from the 12 draw, Cecil, so that's a bit of a concern. And Winter Emerald, maiden winner on the poly, also badly drawn. See how she goes. Globe Tonic, another course and distance winner from a 2 draw, has to go in. Blue Palace, if Walk on the Wild Side wins the race 4, then this would have been franked with Louis McCockler, again drawn badly at 11. That has to go in. But my biggest lurker, and I wish it hadn't been drawn so badly, is number 13, Future of Energy at any price. Pity about the draw, but it's a kind of a jockey strike. That has to go in. And King Rahul must go in from a good draw of 4. And keep an eye on Only a Poet. I know he's got to form over longer, but he's a strong front runner. but he's again drawn 15. So because of the scratching of 7, maybe we should add in the 8.
Okay, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, if you like, 13 and 16. This is over the 1400 meters, and Anchorman is at the top of the boards. They're racing 244 racing, merit rate is 68. It's off at 20 past 3. That's the first leg of the last big 3. Now, just before we get into that feature preview, that is race number 7, the listed ladies slipper stake over the 1400. Just to correct myself, I thought Anchorman was actually a lot shorter in the betting. You can get 9 to 1. The favorites are the 4 Winter Emeralds. That is favorite in a race number 6 after that maiden win on local debut. Right, let's go to the focal point of the afternoon. And Golden Palm, last seen winning here on the Highveld when taking out the SA Nursery at Turvenine over that stiff testing 1160, is back. Richard Fourie is in the saddle, and they're looking to make it a very, very good afternoon for the stable. Nino, if you were to choose an exacta horse, I assume you're in the corner of Golden Palm after all those selections, what would be the candidate for that exacta position?
Golden Palm, it will be a disaster if this horse doesn't win. Just to update on the form, that beat who came out to beat Jingleberry next time, so very, very strong. Impossible to oppose this horse. I think it should win without coming out of second gear here. The exacta horse could be Barola or Royal City Girl. One of those two will run second, I think.
Okay, but the 4 Golden Palm, as says, to quote Mr. Nino once again, should win without getting out of second gear and make it 3 wins from 4 outings. Sprinters will round off the afternoon at Quebec's Fairview Racecourse. It is the next Fairview race meeting Friday the 6th June. It's a merit rated 78 at 1200 meters as a trip, and all the rage is the 4-time winner. Again, from the Khruyev stable with Mr. Fourie, who's won on all 4 occasions aboard Coastal Path. That is from 26 rides, and that is at 28 to 10, 5 to 2, 28 to 10. 11 Wordsworth is at 9 to 2. And then the 3-year-old Slavonian, that is Craig Zaki aboard for Gavin Smith, is at 7 to 1. All right, Mr. Podesta, I see you bank at Coastal Path in your PA. Is that a confident selection, or you would actually go a few? And perhaps give us a quartet to get us out of it and build up for tomorrow.
Okay, so Coastal Path, you're going to get another honest run. Have a look at his stats. Over course and distance, 3-time winner. He's a 4-time winner, but 3 of those wins have come over the 1200 on the Fairview straight. So I cannot see him not running in the first 3 on the form. So I've banked him in the PA. But in the pick 6, I have covered him with a few horses, including number 6, Pendragon, back on the turf. So the quartet Roving Banker would be 4, Roving Banker 4, box 1, 2, 3, 6, and 11.
1, 2, 3, 6, and 11, and by name Sylvonian, the 1, the 2, Sound of the Sea, the 3, Sweet and True, that is Louis for Sharon Kotson. 6 is Pendragon, having a 4th outing in the province, and then the 11, that would be Wordsworth, who is the 2nd favorite in race number 8. Nino, it is left for me to say a very good afternoon to you that lies ahead, and we look forward to catching the PA many times, at least once or twice, and we'll speak to you again soon.